The Sports Ball Stuff podcast is brought to you by What Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. Pulpery Media presents Sports Ball Stuff with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the major sports stories that intrigue us and the little stories that enrage us.
Avoid a Saints weekend, which is great, especially after a win.
Solid. Well, you know what that gives us time for? To get on TikTok and watch highlights of Jameis Winston. A, tearing it up, and B, saying the most wonderful things.
He said, put it this way, he put God and horse in the same quote.
I love it.
This man is a fucking jewel, a national treasure.
And it doesn't seem like it, but he was like a 4.5 GPA in high school. He had like straight A's at Florida State.
Which is why
he doesn't come off as like a very intelligent man, but he is.
Nope. He is.
This is all by design, folks.
Correct.
And it is genius.
Put it this way: a 2.7 GPA does not have the gift of gab that Jameis Winston has.
No.
Like, your boy, this city loves him. Do you know how hard it is to get the entire city behind you?
Well, you have to be charismatic as fuck.
But not
fake.
Right,
save for Drew Brees. But,
or
but like
Taysom Hill, because he's...
Yeah, but like Cam, DeMario, like these are very engaging people.
Exactly. Yeah. And he was here for a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
3 years?
Yeah.
Drew, 1 year where he got hurt, was out, and then the third year, and then he was out. So 3 years. Think about it. 3 years, and this city
has his back.
Would have a fucking parade if we re-signed him.
Oh, man.
A fucking parade.
He should be the Grand Marshal of some parade.
He better be Grand Marshal Bacchus.
Yeah.
And only if they give him a megaphone.
Or Tux, or Tux.
For quotes.
Yeah.
Here's
what you do with your toilet paper.
This man. and then he went out there and balled out in the
so
snow.
he's beaten the Ravens and the Steelers.
Correct.
Since he's been
and then
Cleveland.
He lost this weekend, but whatever. Who gives a
Cleveland,
fuck?
And I love it. Cleveland is doing what we did. They get it. They understand the Jameis je ne sais quoi. Like it's everything.
You know what? Cleveland is a solid city for Jameis to be in.
Yeah.
Like, that's where he needs to be. He'd be great in Detroit, but Goff and Dan Campbell, is that the head coach's name?
Who was? It's like I was today years old when I realized Dan Campbell was a tight end, and he played in Detroit for 3 seasons.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Of course he was a tight end.
I thought he was like a defensive dude.
No,
he's gigantic.
I knew he was a tight end. He's Mark Bavaro at Jace.
Yeah, he was. He was an acrobatic tight end.
He was. And the parallels between that team, like the Ascension the past 2-3 years, and the Saints post-Katrina, are eerie. Eerie.
Yeah, they're picking up. Well, again, it's good for Jared Goff. Like, you got cast off.
He did.
One team, and you are capitalizing like a motherfucker this year.
He got pieced out, and then his former team won the Super Bowl.
Right. With your trade replacement.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. God bless Drew Stafford. What's his first name?
Matt Stafford.
I thought it was I have 87 kids Stafford.
Yeah.
Is he Mormon?
No, he's not. No, I don't think so.
Jesus Christ. Latter-day Saint?
No, that's Taysom.
Well, I knew that. He went and did a fucking mission in, Uganda or something.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
You have to do that when you graduate BYU, right? Is it like a prerequisite, or you just do it?
Well, I mean, not anymore if you graduate BYU, because their quarterback this year is Jewish, but yeah, if you are
traditionally,
if you're in the church, you got to do 2 years of missionary work.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that Jack Smith?
Joseph Smith. But that's also a Protestant thing too. Like,
is it?
Yeah, some denominations require missionary. I mean, what's his face? Florida quarterback. University of Florida. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
everybody's
Tim Tebow?
Yeah.
The nation's quarterback?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he did extensive missionary work.
I
and he's
love
not Mormon.
That everything we talk about comes down to religion.
Nah, doesn't always have to.
Yeah, it does, though, because that's where life is.
Anyway, outside of that, back to Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
And his morphing.
I saw a TikTok video, and it was like the revenge tour.
Yeah.
And it showed them losing because he went for 2, and then them blowing out everyone they play.
Yeah.
Like, it good for them.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Eagles can beat them. I don't know if anybody in the NFC can beat them. If they're playing like...
Again, we are in a time now where again the offshoot teams have had their runs.
We're not talking about Kansas City and the coddling of the NFL. No. I'm talking about all the other teams.
But you're looking at least in the East.
Yes.
Or sorry, NFC.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up, but go ahead.
I mean, you have... sorry, not even the NFC, but you got the Bills are good this year.
Yes.
Detroit
The Bills might be the 1B team in the AFC.
The Washington is good.
Although they're on back-to-back losses.
That's going to happen.
But still, they're in the playoffs.
They have a rookie quarterback.
From right up the street.
Yeah. But who is tearing shit up. Why? Because he has a good offensive line, which is...
And he committed to a school that didn't have Brian Kelly as its head coach.
At the time.
That's a little foreshadowing for you, because fuck that guy. I may get banned from the internet.
No, you won't.
Okay,
no.
Good. What was I looking for? The NFL.
Well, I mean, so it's like, you say, like, Commanders have lost 2, but guess what? Like, Titans have also been on, like, a 2-game run. Like, that doesn't mean the Titans are going to win the AFC South.
The Commanders have lost, 3 in a row, and they're still in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They were 7-2 at one point. Now they're 7-5.
And then you have, and like you can't count teams like Houston out.
No,
if they get into the playoffs.
So right now they are 4 because they're winning their division.
Yeah.
The Chargers are sneaky good. They have Harbaugh, and he has fucking Antonio Conte black magic shit working at this point in time.
Yeah.
The Ravens, who I think are better than the Steelers, and then the Broncos. Imagine that. Sean Payton has a shit team in the playoffs. But that's what he fucking does. And then it's a big drop off.
Ravens are going to always be interesting because they have
Derrick Henry.
I know it's like, but do you put the past couple of years on Lamar Jackson,
yes,
or do you put it on the team?
Lamar Jackson.
Right. So
because the team performs like they do in the regular season, but it's Lamar Jackson.
He just throws a couple more interceptions.
Correct. Yeah. Like there's something off about him in the playoffs.
So that dude's always gonna. I mean, we've seen that time and time again. The quarterback that can't win in the playoffs, and then when they get on that tear. I mean, not everybody's Patrick Mahomes, where you're just like,
fuck that. He's getting help.
Yeah.
We are baseball guys.
Yeah.
Law of averages say that this motherfucker is going to have a solid playoff run.
Right.
Because I don't even think he's made it to the Super Bowl.
No, they made it to the AFC Championship a couple of times.
And last year was one of them.
Which is, it's like, if you get beast mode Lamar Jackson out there.
Right.
I don't know you can beat the Ravens. Like you said,
not
with Derrick Henry in the backfield.
And then that defense?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
They held Pittsburgh to...
Was it like 3?
0 touchdowns and lost.
Yeah.
That the offense needs to...
step up their game. Yeah.
It's the wide receivers.
Yeah.
But they'll be fine. I'm not worried about that. They will be just fine.
No, I was just saying it's almost like you were describing the Saints earlier in the season too. Like,
so the Saints' problem,
the defense was keeping everything in check, but then the offense couldn't get in.
And now the defensive backs are
gone.
Super. Yeah, I think we are starting defensive backs. We should probably go dress for tomorrow's
even
practice.
Like Kool-Aid is injured.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're down to literally the Rouse's bag man and the dude who sold me this THC drink at Shell Station.
I work at Dornax. What's happening?
and we're terrible. Real quick, we've got 3 minutes. We'll talk about the Saints. So, good draft pick, make the playoffs. And remember, the only way to make the playoffs is to win the division.
Right.
And I think we're
not.
Right?
Like, head-to-head, no. Because we've lost to everybody. I mean, we've been able to equalize against the Falcons, but we still have to play the Bucks and Panthers again, right?
So, we're only 2 games out of it on a 2-game win streak. Like, it's...
You know what? Fuck it. Let's go for it. Let's do it.
I am in the boat of let's make the playoffs as a strictly fuck you to everyone.
Well, again, we don't
of a fuck you to Dennis Allen.
We don't need like a top QB pick this year.
No.
This year.
No.
We need that mid-level to get either offensive or defensive linemen to replace the guys that we're gonna
this point
end up having to make retire.
We're not gonna get a top 10 pick.
I think that's fine. That's fine.
So no, I mean as it stands now,
yeah.
even if we tank, we're probably not getting a top 10 pick.
So let's go for it.
Yeah,
house money. Let's do it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Yeah.
I hope they can.
We will. I mean, theoretically, by the end of the year, other than the guys that we've lost indefinitely, we will be entering the playoffs with a healthy full squad. Mm-hmm. And under Rizzi, I'm fine with that.
The Giants won 2 Super Bowls like that.
Right.
The Blues.
And also, I mean, it's like, look at the rest of our schedule.
Yeah.
We have the Panthers, which we're not going to lose to the Panthers again. We have the Giants. We have...
I just had it. The Rams this weekend.
Should be a win. Should be.
Then we've got at the Giants, Washington home, at Green Bay, Raiders at home, at Tampa.
Okay, so
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, and we go 4-2, and finish with a
one game below 500.
Is that what it is? I don't know how many fucking games we play.
Well, again, it depends. It's like if we catch
if we go 4-2,
if we catch the Commanders on a bad day, that's a possible. Green Bay, I doubt it, but.
Especially like the day after Thanksgiving.
But if we if we are sniffing the playoffs going into that Tampa Bay game,
I'm sorry, December 23rd in Green Bay.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can either win every single one of those games or lose every single one of those games.
But I'm just saying, if we sniff a playoff hunt into that Tampa Bay game. The following segment has been brought to you by Whatever Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. The Sports Ball Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, Music by the Heisenberg Compensators.